As far back as I can remember, I wanted to be an actor. It felt instinctively like I understood what acting was all about. Religion to me that was something I couldn't really relate to. I believed God was real, but I was turned off by religion. New York City was a fantasy. All my favorite actors growing up were from New York City. The movies were from New York City. So when I found myself in New York City, I felt like my life had just begun. I auditioned for the school, the Michael Howard Studios. The guy I auditioned for, I forget his name now, he accepted me pretty much right on the spot. I called home and I had my parents send me clothes, and my life in New York began. I just wanted to experience everything the world had to offer. You know, I could wake up whenever, I could do whatever I wanted. When I'm on stage, I was doing whatever I wanted. I felt that everything that I needed was already inside, which was my talent, which was my acting. I was invited actually to train in this class with Michael Howard as the teacher. People were applauding my work. Diane Weiss, a 2-time Oscar winner, was studying in the class, and I was the youngest person in the class. Anything that I wanted, I felt like I could have. I felt like I understood how to just achieve in life and how to just reach out and grab whatever it is that I want for my life. What I found was that as I was sinking deeper and deeper into this lifestyle of just, I guess, hedonism or selfishness, I felt like I wasn't really a good person. I felt like I was hurting a lot of people. I was taking advantage of anybody and everybody to make my life more fun. I was sitting on the bus one day, and I was thinking about where my life was headed. And it was very clear. I had like one of those moments of clarity where I just saw my future very clearly, that I was headed towards a beautiful career and a horrible, tragic life. Every single favorite actor that I grew up watching, I realized their lives had so much tragedy in it. And I realized that I wasn't just becoming like these actors that I loved on stage. I was becoming like them off stage, that it was a package deal. I was literally becoming like them. How do I become a good and happy person? There was a period when this question was in the back of my mind, where every time I passed by a church, I felt like it grabbed my attention. I was back on the bus, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why do I keep noticing churches everywhere I go? And just when I thought that, I heard a very clear voice like ring inside me. I just heard, "Look left." And I turned and looked, and I saw a huge church right next to me. I felt flooded by that love that you hear described, that you can't put into words. It was just an unconditional, perfect love that I just felt flood me. And immediately I felt my selfishness and my sin really in contrast to that perfect love that I was feeling. And immediately I was sorry for the way I was living my life. And right away I dropped my head, and I just responded from inside. I said, "I'm sorry." And as soon as I said that inside, I just said, "I'm sorry." A second later, I just felt completely free from any guilt, or I just felt completely forgiven. I already thought that the Bible, I had decided, was a book of fairy tales, and I couldn't understand how anybody would believe it. So I didn't go there. Even after that experience, what I turned to was, reading all the New Age, Eastern, philosophy, Eckhart Tolle, Deepak Chopra, The Power of Now, and I was flying through these books, seeking out what just happened to me. 2 years went by of just searching, until one day in my basement, I just felt this hunger. I was thinking of that experience on the bus 2 years prior. I got up, I went to take a walk with this question in mind: how do you have a relationship with God? I know God is real, but how do I have a relationship with God? And as soon as I left my house, within about 15 steps right outside my house, a guy was passing me, a stranger on a motorbike. And he stopped right in front of me, and he took off his helmet, and he goes, "Jesus was a carpenter, right?" And I froze. And I realized then and there that he's real. And not only is he real, like I experienced 2 years ago, but he hears my thoughts. Is this God? With all of what all the applause I was getting, with everything that people were cheering me on about, I was feeling lifted and lifted and lifted up into a king's position. And with this sense of power, I was using it to get people to give to me, to take more, I was taking more from people. If I saw a girl or whatever it was, whether it was partying or whatever, I just felt like I was in a king's position, and I was abusing my power. When I read Yeshua's words, or when I saw his life, I realized that he was somebody in a king's position, but used that power and that authority to serve people rather than to take from people. He gave his life for people. He served people with his entire life. What kind of love is that? I was like, wow, what a difference. And I realized I had and have a lot to learn.